Hey guys, yeah, so one of my subscribers actually was talking to me pretty much about not like asking me for advice to whether or not she should not listen to her vet, just because her vet was actually advising to not actually tube feed or to not do anything in regards of like clearing, like especially like sucking up the milk out of the puppy's like passageway, the nasal cavity and stuff like that, just because like the vet says that it should clear on its own. But sometimes, you guys, we have to go out of our own ways, as well as breeders or whelpers, or even if this one was an accident. Sometimes, like, it's just life. It's not even about the money no more. And yeah, man, just like with me, you guys, I actually did not listen to my my vet. I don't go to that vet no more, but it was a breeding specialist that told me not to do tube feeding, not to do the IV fluids or do the enema, or just don't the same way. Don't suck it up. And I just said, you know what? Fuck it. Like just do it. And this is what, like, I was watching James from Love My Puppies. You have to do it, or else it's just not going to clear up on its own. It really can't. You have to do things yourself, and sometimes not listen to your vet too. And I'm not a vet, guys. Disclaimer, I'm not a vet. Sometimes we just have to go out of our way to actually like do it and make sure the pups survive. And you have to try. If you don't try, the pup's gonna die anyway, so you have to die trying. So man, sometimes like with situations like that, this is most common too. Like lots of people ask me like, man, my vet's telling me not to do that. And sometimes, man, I just want to like guys, that's pretty much it for the intro of this video. Let's actually get right on the video. And yeah, the puppies, hopefully puppies are doing well, and that's pretty much it. Love you guys. Let's go. Okay, we are good. We are good. Go ahead.
Yep. So, having the trouble with the little girl sucking on the little boy's penises.
Yep.
I have one little boy's penis that's all bruised and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The vet said she's got aspiration pneumonia. Take her away from mom and the babies.
Yep.
Bottle feed her only.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what about tube feeding? I'm comfortable with that. Okay. I'm a nurse. I can tube feed. You know, I tube fed her when she first aspirated.
Yeah, perfect.
She said, absolutely not.
Yeah.
You can't tube feed her. And I was like, okay. But she aspirates almost like she just, the milk just stays in her nose and throat when she's drinking a bottle. I pull it out. I get a creamy bottle. We've done everything.
Yep. Yeah. So are you trying to ask me like what do you do? What's the best for you to actually do? Yeah,
I want this little girl to survive. This is a little girl we're gonna keep.
Okay.
She needs to survive. All these puppies need to survive. I'm invested.
Yeah, no, I
not
understand.
only financially, but like emotionally, my whole family. Like I've been living in this room with Mama Dog for a month, like right before she had her pups, and then in this room with these babies 24/7. So I'm around the clock with them, and I'm exhausted myself. But I want to make this the best for both of us. Like what works best for her and what works best for me. Yeah. And how to get this pup through this. She's taking antibiotics. She's on Clavamox.
Okay. Good.
She's getting I got this little, puppy probiotic, like little vitamins and stuff that she's getting every day. But we're having a lot of pooping issues with all of them too. And
what's the color? What's the color of the feces?
Do what?
What's the color of the poop?
Her poop is kind of a dark orangey color. Okay,
that's normal. Is it bloody? Does it smell bloody? Metallic-y? Silvery?
So they do smell metallic-y.
Okay.
The biggest boy, his is very metallic-y.
Okay.
And my mama dog won't even lick their bottoms anymore.
Completely understandable.
She'll only go after the urine. Mm-hmm. She'll smell their face. She'll smell their butts, and she'll turn away. She will not go to the butt anymore. Okay. Now she had one blowout incident, and I'm not sure if that's it. She looks at me and she's got shit dripping off her whiskers, and she was like, "Forget this shit. I'm done." Yeah. I get that. But,
now you separated them. You separated mom, right? You separated mom.
They're all in the same room together. Okay. We've only recently pulled the littlest one, the little girl, away from her because of the boys. She keeps sucking the boys. Otherwise, she'd still be in there with mom.
Okay. Yeah, if all of them are having that metallically poopy smell, I would best just to separate all of them at once. And sometimes, like, you know, it kind of sucks. You know, I don't like that idea of separating the pups and the mom, but you have to do what you got to do, and you don't want them to suck on the mom and fatigue themselves out and then waste energy, have wasted effort. And then if you know how to tube feed, I would strongly recommend just tube feed, because you know how much you're exactly giving them too, and you can weigh them daily. Because if you're feeding them with the bottle feeding, you don't know how much you're getting, you don't know how much food they're getting from the mom, so you kind of have to just like trial and error, know how much you're giving them too, because sometimes the 1 cc per ounce method doesn't always work a lot of times, especially when they're old.
She acts starving still.
Yeah,
like, she could probably go with 2. Like, she wants to drink 2 ounces.
Yeah.
She's satisfied around 2 ounces. Doc's like, nope, 1 ounce max. Otherwise, she'll regurgitate and aspirate it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. See, like, here's the thing too, because this is like a common questions with all you guys actually that ask me, like, don't tube feed, it's too risky, it's too scary, because it happened with the same as well. I went to another vet, they're like, yeah, don't tube feed, it's too risky, you're gonna aspirate the puppy, you're gonna kill the puppy, you're gonna drown the puppy, like all that stuff. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it myself and see what happens, and if I know how to do it correctly, then you should be fine. The reason why they don't advise or recommend doing it is because it's really risky, so you have to know what you're doing as well.
Right.
So if you know how to do it, I strongly recommend you do it, because bottle feeding can even aspirate them even more.
That's what I'm experiencing, is that it doesn't always go down their lungs. It's like for some reason, the boys will get on the boob, they'll kill a tit, they'll run the whole line across the top, across the bottom, pass out, and they're good to go. They're big and fat, they're almost like 2.5, 3 pounds. She's about 1.5 pounds.
Okay.
So they get on boob and they're good to go.
Okay.
They fill up and sleep. She wants to still nurse after I feed her with a bottle. Like, she'll immediately go to something to suck on. She'll find her brother, she'll find a boob, she'll find a finger, she'll find a toe, like anything.
Yeah.
So, and with her, you know, I'm giving her the ounce and it's not enough. The boys, I don't necessarily need a tube feed or bottle feed them. I don't think they're satisfied. But if you're thinking that metallic poop smell, it's like yellow and liquidy.
Yeah, because the thing is, I don't want mom to clean the puppy when they have that problem, because it circulates around just like worms.
Right.
Yeah. So that's the main reason why I don't want you to.
So I wonder what it is. Like, the biggest one has always had pooping issues. Mm-hmm. Like, when we were looking at him on ultrasound, he's the one that had like the slower GI motility, all of those type of things. The other 2 pups, you know, they were pooping fine until we started intervening with bottle and this aspiration issue with her. So it's just like, I'm either trying to get a dog to take a shit, like literally I spend the whole day trying to get a dog to shit or eat. It's crazy.
Yeah. So, yeah, my best recommendation for you is, yeah, you know, it kind of sucks, like, going against what your doctors say too. And I did the same thing, and a lot of people have done, like, I've just tell them the same thing. Sometimes because the thing is, I don't know if they're a breeding specialist or not, because even some breeding specialists that I talk to, or some of the people, my subscribers that I talk to as well, even their breeding specialist says not to do it too. And just make sure, my best recommendation is just make sure they're gaining weight daily, weigh them every day, because that poopy metallic-y smell, it could be numerous reasons, and there's no really like direct answer to know how, like, what it is. You know, it could be any type of sickness they got, and sometimes it could be dehydration as well. And if they're skinny,
that's what I think, is that they're dehydrated. So they're fat, but they're also like, the boys are like,
but they look bony.
They're all big and fat, but I don't know how much it is stool left in there, or if it's air, or like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the reason why I solely only tube feed too, because you don't know if they're sucking up air too, and that causes like bloatiness as well.
Yeah, that's what I thought was going on with our white and black, our big fat boy. And I took him to the breeding specialist, the person who did our C-section and all that stuff, and she's like, well, he'll poop when he wants to poop. He looks like a fat dog.
No.
Right, but it's been almost 2 days, so that's the problem.
Yeah. Have you done Enema, right?
Oh yeah, we've done.
Have you
enemas,
massaged?
like a little
Have
bit
you
of glycerin
massaged?
and warm water.
Okay.
We've done, you name it.
Have you massaged the side of the stomach?
Yes, I
Okay.
massage their little bellies every time.
Pretty rough, right? You got to do it pretty damn hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe we're being a little too gentle.
Yeah, you have to do it pretty rough because I tell people all the time you have to do it pretty rough so that way it can actually really stimulate or give them that sense of pushing like mechanic. Yeah, so I would recommend that. And you can squirt as much water in their anus as much as you want until like literally water comes out of the anus. You can do that.
That's kind of what I thought too. She said I wouldn't put more than a mil in there. I was like, a mil, like he absorbed it.
It's nothing. It's really nothing. So people think like Enema is really scary. I thought the same way too. I was like, oh my gosh, this is scary. But in my experience, and with others as well, you can put as much in there as much as you want until water comes out, and then you massage your stomach, and then after that, it should come out right away. And if it doesn't, it takes some time for it to do, like for the enema to do its thing inside its stomach, inside its anus.
It'll absorb them. I put 4 mils in there, and he never pooped. He just absorbed it, which tells me he's dehydrated.
Yeah. And if you do know how to tell if they're dehydrated, right?
You grab their skin and pull on it, and
does it go back down?
It doesn't go back real quick on any of them.
Okay, they're definitely.
With sub-Q fluids. I'm an ER nurse, so I'm okay with that. Okay. I have a bag of lactated ringers. I just don't know how much to give them.
How big are they? If they're 3 weeks, they might need a lot, like a lot. Yeah.
One of them wants to start, like, he is after his mom's food all the time.
Yeah, which is good.
He wants to go eat what she's got.
Which is good. That's a good thing. As long as they're mobile and moving and they want to eat, that's a good sign.
Yeah, they're always wanting to get up and get around. Well, I take that back. The big one with the constant GI issues, it started out with like red and yellow jelly kind of stool. Mm-hmm. So I thought maybe it was just parasites. So we wormed him, and they all crapped out a whole bunch of worms. Mm-hmm. Which was super gross. Wasn't expecting that right away. Like, that was a mess.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we were covered in shit. So then he's just been a slow GI guy from the get-go. Mm-hmm. But very lazy and lethargic. He'll only want to play with his brother for a few minutes, and then he's going back to sleep again. My littlest one with the pneumonia, she's like raring to go. The little tiny, feisty little thing, growling and rolling around and wanting to get up and go constantly. Okay. So he's big, fat, and lethargic all the time.
Okay. It sometimes, like, even if they're the biggest, they can be the lethargic as well. Like, weight sometimes doesn't matter, but it's just the way you kind of have to see how the puppies are really acting too. That's the most important thing. As I said in my videos, 90% of the time they should be sleeping and eating, but since they're 3 weeks old now, they're not going to be sleeping as much, so they're going to be moving and want to eat as well. So as long as they're doing that, you should be okay. Because when I had my 3-week-olds, if you've seen my videos, they're just limp. They're literally limp. They were like on the brink of death, literally. So, and I brought them all back to life just because I went out of my way, disagreed with what my breeding specialist did, and I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna just do everything myself. And they just literally, when I took them, I spent like $700 every trip. I went 2 times, right? And they just did the basic enema and IV fluids and tooth feeding. That's literally all there is, and that's the best you can do. That's literally all you have to do. And if they don't make it, they don't make it. As long as you tried your best, that's what matters the most.
Well, I've seen a turnaround in the little girl. She had lost almost an ounce.
Okay.
And then, she was gaining a ½ ounce to an ounce every day. The boys are gaining 2 ounces a day.
That's good.
And some days it's 3 ounces. Like, all of a sudden, we're at 4 to 7. I'm like, we're going with pounds now because we passed the ounces thing. Yeah. So they're just growing. Okay. And she's like, now she's just eking by with like a third of an ounce, a half an ounce a day now. We're gaining. We're back to the weight before we got our diagnosis of the pneumonia. So she's gaining every day now. But we have, periods where she's just like out of it. Okay. So
Now, what breed? What breed are these dogs? Because the weight matters too, depending on the breed.
These are all Frenchies.
Okay. Oh wow. Yeah, they are big. Yeah, if that's the case, they're already like over what 2.5 pounds, like 40 ounces.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can.
They're 2
you
pounds,
can,
11 ounces
yeah.
as of yesterday.
Okay. Yeah.
Our 2 big boys.
The big
Our little
ones.
girl, the one that's had the respiratory issues, she's almost 2 pounds.
Okay. Yeah, if that's the case, then you can actually, like, if you're still kind of afraid of the little girl, I would just keep her on the tube feeding, because I tube fed my puppies all the way to 3.5 weeks, and it sucks. Like, they move a lot, they're crazy, and
she'll see a tube. So I was tube feeding her in the beginning when she aspirated on mom. Mom had a big milk letdown and actually like went almost eclamptic on us. So we ended up having to do calcium for her, and she's been sickly ever since. Like, she just looks terrible.
Okay. Yeah, if that's the case, then I don't recommend mom with the puppies at all now.
Yeah, she's done with them. I'm like, get in there and feed your babies.
Yeah.
You the one laid it down. You did this on your own, girl. You laid it down and go feed your babies now. Don't be.
Accidents happen.
Get in there and feed them. But she's like, oh, fuck these babies. She's over it. She's like, can we please just get rich? She wants to go outside and play and do her life. She's done.
Yeah. So, completely understandable. All moms are different. And so, yeah, for the 2 big boys, if they're able to start eating already, with me, I would slowly transition them into to mush. And how I make that, you can do there's 2 methods.
Like the rice cereal.
Yeah, rice cereal, the single grain rice cereal, the gerber.
Yep.
That's really good. And then just mix it with any type of milk you use, goat milk or puppy milk. I always just do regular puppy milk, but yeah, you can do that as well. Just make them more mushy so that way they don't aspirate. They don't aspirate at all, because the more mushier it is.
They're both licking like crazy. They're all licking. Like, if there's milk that I spilled on my arm from testing, testing the temperature or whatever, they all come over and start licking it off my arm. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so
I think they're ready. I think they're really wanting to be weaned. She's pushing them off, which tells me she's like, no, I think they're ready.
Yeah, okay.
And, so continue to tube feed. So get back on tube feeding with her in this bottle business.
I think
she just bubbles and bubbles. And I'm like, she said, don't suction her anymore. I'm like,
it's going to stay in there. It's going to stay in there, and then it's going to develop pneumonia, or it's going to get even more worse. And after that, she's just going to weaken and die. That's pretty much how it goes. Yeah.
And she said, well, she'll clear it out on her own.
Clear it out? Okay.
Clear it out on her own, then we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think so. I don't think that's the case.
Yeah.
I think she laid down and was sucking on little boy's penis and just slurped it all in there and got an infection. Yeah. So, do you have that experience with any of yours? Do you have any of those dogs that do that? Because everything I'm reading is like, there's always a penis sucker in the bunch.
Actually, one of my the workers at my personal vet that I go to, she actually one of the puppies sucked on the boys as well, and he died. He literally died from that. That's why, like, if you see my videos, I separate my puppies, or even my whelper that I go to Georgia, I drive 3 hours to go to him. He would, if he doesn't have mom anymore, he would separate all the puppies just because of that reason. Yeah.
He was not peeing. He didn't pee, and it was like painful to pee. And I looked down, his little penis was all purple and bruised. And stuff, and I was like, oh dear God.
Yeah. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I just hear that. I'm like, what are they doing? Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
Yeah, they're sucking on each other's penises, and it's terrible. You don't want that. Yeah, and you can't help it. They're just puppies, but that's just the little things that people don't talk about, but it does happen.
Yeah. And the vet said, I had to euthanize a whole litter because the boys, the one little female in the bunch, sucked off all the boys. And
euthanize?
All of them ended up
for what?
Like a urostomy. They needed a new penis. And she's like, I euthanized a litter of 9 puppies because of it.
Gosh, that sucks.
I was like, what?
That freaking sucks.
One little bitty 1.5 pound dog can just annihilate a whole litter.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's definitely going on YouTube. But oh my gosh, at the same time, that's fucking like, that's tragic as hell too, just thinking about that, fuck. Yeah,
I
that
know.
sucks.
So, all right, well, I'll get back on the tube feeding. I'm trying to find those red rubber catheters. I only had 2. They only gave me 2 of them at the vet.
What
They were
size?
like a 5 French, which is a joke.
Oh, that is so small for 3-week-olds
I know.
now. Holy shit.
I know.
If you want it ASAP, go to Amazon and just use an 8 French, or you can use a 10 or a 12 French since they're that big already. 8 French is the best. I consider that's the best for all sizes, and 5 is just too damn small now. Just
it's small.
because it can literally pass through the larynx towards the esophagus
Into the
now.
lungs, right?
Yeah. So that's why I don't recommend the 5 French at all, or at any stage of life. So if you want it ASAP, go to Amazon, buy it, 8 French. Or if you want to buy a bundle and save more money, but it's gonna take like a couple more days, you can go to like Lifeline Pet Supplies and just buy a bulk. So they're like 77 cents each or some shit like that. So.
Oh wow, I think they're like $12 on Amazon.
Yeah, they're banking money. They're making money off of that.
I don't like cleaning them and reusing them.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah. I mean, I do that like only a couple times, and then I just throw it away. So I make sure it's all good. I pump it out really clean, and then after that, just
I
using
hydrogen
it.
peroxide everything. I pump hydrogen peroxide through all of them,
Okay.
and then let them dry. But it's like, I don't know. I feel
Hey guys, so yeah, pretty much. Sorry, the video actually cut it out because I ran out of storage. I really do need a new memory. I'm sorry, guys. It happens so many times. My videos, so many times, but it's okay. So pretty much, Todd. I just wanted to recap. Pretty much that. I just wanted her to actually just, if she knows how to do it, I want her to just do it. Like tube feeding, for example, the IV fluids, the enema. Puppies can't clear that stuff on their own. You have to actually really do a system. And I understand. I get it. You want to listen to your vet. You want to listen to your doctor because they are, honestly, they are smarter, educated, like smarter, right? But sometimes we have to look at from both sides as well. I'm not shitting on vets, right? I'm not shitting on vets at all. I respect them for the work that they do, and I respect them a lot. They go to school for a long ass time, and yeah, it's vet school is actually really damn hard, and I respect them so much for that. But at the same time too, right? On the other hand, for me, for example, I've learned it with street knowledge as well, and I've learned it from a biological standpoint as well, going to school, right, at university, or even just going for my associates as well. You have to take an account for with street knowledge as well. Instead of the book knowledge, you have to apply both aspects when it comes with taking care of these puppies or just things in life in general. You have to know how to take care of all things. So I really do wish that she does well, and hopefully she updates me on how everything goes. And I'm pretty sure, just looking at them, I'll show you guys right here. Oh my gosh, you're so fucking cute, bro. So fat, literally so fat, and better in condition than what I had to go through, right? Than what I actually went through, you guys. And if you guys are still watching this, if you guys didn't know, I've lost puppies like 2 years ago. I lost a litter of 2, like 9 out of 10. I had 2 litters going out at the same time, and I lost 9 out of 10 puppies. And all of those puppies, I never really tried to take care. Like I tried my best to take care of it. I didn't get sleep. I was a zombie. They all died. They literally all died. And I tried my best, and I didn't know how to IV fluids. I didn't know how to tube feed. I didn't know how to do jack shit, right? Until my last puppy with Thea, the black brindle one. Oh my gosh, I miss her so much. And she is actually like my guinea pig that I actually learned how to do it with, right? And I learned how to do tube feeding with her, and she gained back to health. Like she got normal. And then, as I was saying, with Thea, like, she actually got really healthy and strong, and then she was the only one that survived out of those 9 and 10. And sometimes I still think about it to this day. Maybe I could have saved all of them. Who knows? You never know. But until you really try your best, with the best, like within the best of your abilities, obviously, because at that time I didn't know how to do jack shit, right? So I knew the basics, but I just didn't know how to do the extra shit with tube feeding, IV fluids, etc., right? So that's what this video is all about for you guys as well. I want you guys to learn like what I actually do talk about with some of you guys, and just learn from both aspects, right? From a biology standpoint, from street knowledge, right? From what I've learned through experience, and I think that's what matters most. So hopefully you guys learned a lot from this, and yeah, I think most likely her puppies should be fine. Just keep doing what you've been doing, and that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and like and subscribe. I'll be making more content and pretty much stuff like this. And yeah, hopefully in the future, when we do get big enough, right, I will start doing live show like live on YouTube, and probably within an hour I'll just start accepting as many calls within you guys as much as possible, and then just answer you guys' questions with puppy whelping or breeding tips at pretty much all of that. So thank you guys so much. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content, and yo, I love these new shades, bro. Blue light glasses, bro. Not getting any more headaches. All right, guys, love you. Peace.
We will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. All you need to know is that we're holding on. We